Hey there guys, and welcome back to Hatoful Boyfriend Holiday Star. But the king is troubled. The king asked, "Will you listen to the king's next request?" You must be having an awful lot of trouble for how peaceful this place seems. What do you think, Nagaki? We don't have anything else to do we? I'll let you decide. Well, heroes are supposed to complete the quest set before them, right? What's your next request, Mr. King? The followers in the garden are going to be blown away. Blown away? Is there a typhoon coming? The garden is going to explode. What kind of garden is this? The king is very scared. The king is crying. And
Don't you want to answer your phone?
there goes my phone. Even I would be a little unsettled if my garden was going to explode. Let's help him, Miss Hake. Leave it to us, Mr. King. We're back in the city, but where do you think this explosive garden is exactly? Who knows? I don't see anything likely here. Maybe it's on the outskirts of town. And this time we might not know it even if we see it. We should have gotten the king to show us the way. The flowers blew up. Oh no. The garden exploded. Nagaki, look. A crowd of panicking citizens trying to run away from something, like rats from a burning sewer pipe. What a comparison. The analogy is a little bit mean, Miss Hake. Well, we'll probably find the garden if we go towards whatever they're running from. Oh man. What is this lunacy? Do you mean to tell me that blowing up gardens is common practice on this barbaric star? Sakuya. Didn't something like this happen a few weeks ago? It's a nice garden, aside from the holes. And poor Sakuya, he gets to be the bombing victim even in Dreamland. It is dreadful. And I have an important tea party scheduled for local celebrities today. This disgrace will besmirch the LaBelle family name. Oh, so he's hosting a tea party here. Jeez, he should have invited me too. Although I'm not a celebrity. Do you know who did this? I haven't the slightest. There has been no suspicious activity. The garden blew up by itself. So, time bombs? Set before everyone got here? That's some awfully meticulous terrorism for a fairy tale world. Have you already made enemies who would want to ruin your name on this planet, Sakuya? Do you mock me? Perhaps you have not noticed, but this is a dream, and it has only just started. I have barely been here for a few hours. How could I possibly have made enemies? I think Sakuya's snobby aristocratic attitude could make him all kinds of enemies within the space of a single conversation, but then again, none of the people here seem particularly short-tempered. If it's not someone settling a grudge, then who and why? Maybe they have some other far deeper motive that we're just... What? What? Confound it, more explosions? Miss Hake, get down. Boom. It's really weird, because like the land doesn't really look like it's destroyed, there's just holes. I guess it's holes in the reality of the stream or something that it's making, instead of just destroying the scenery. Point proven. There's a giant hole. Wow, more holes. Grrr. Show yourselves, terrorists. Cowards. That's right. Come out and fight us like men. Wait. Someone's coming through. Looks like I've arrived at last. Yuya? Yeah, Yuya. Salutations, mon ami. So, you're here too? This is no time for salutations, you insufferable mongrel. What have you done to my beautiful garden? Oh. Looks like I blew most of it up. Sorry, Sakuya. Looks like? What do you mean, looks like? Take responsibility for your actions, you filthy mongrel cur. He's so mean. Look at what you've done. My garden is nothing but holes. Sorry. I had a little trouble finding the entrance, you see. There's a gate right over there. Yuya. Oh, yeah, I thought she said yeah. I thought she said Yuya. Yeah, Yuya. Why did you have to do all this? I guess that's what happens when you enjoy your job too much. Stop laughing, you fiend. Anyway, I'm so happy to see you. As your brother, I do worry about how you're doing, even a dream. Adieu. Did he just fall down a hole? Is that what happened? What? He disappeared? He just fell into that hole. Yuya, are you alright? There's no reply, it's just a hole. What was that all about? Down a hole he created himself. Serves him right. The licentious? Big words. I wonder where he went. It looks like a rabbit hole. So maybe he's in Wonderland? Can you hear me, Sakazaki? I want you to sit down there in the dark and think about what you've done. Yes, Mother. It looks like the exploding garden was just Yuya engaging in a little accidental terrorism while trying to find the entrance. Do you think that's all, Nagaki? Probably. We don't have to stick around any longer anyway. Yes, quest complete. On to the next one. And so we solved another one of the king's problems. We've been here for a while now. Time always does pass strangely in dreams. Really. And you can have a dream that seems like it lasts for months in a single 10-minute nap after all, right? I don't know. I don't usually remember my dreams. Oh, do ghosts dream at all? I can't speak for other ghosts, but I sleep and I dream. Is that so? Hello again. Is this the right way to the tea party? Ah, Mr. Migrant. I heard there's a tea party in the garden just outside town. And there's supposed to be a fine black tea and cake. To tell the truth, I prefer rice cookies and coffee, but any food sounds good right now. Unfortunately, the tea party is cancelled. What? The garden got targeted by a terrorist attack. I think it was for celebrities anyway, so a guest as ratty as you would probably have gotten thrown out. That's a little harsh. Ah, is that so? This city is a cold, heartless place. Cheer up, mister. Common people like us are indomitable, I'm guessing that is. The cruel upper class can tread on us and grind us into the dirt, but we'll always spring back up like weeds. Ah, that reminds me of What's-Her-Face from Boys Over Flowers. It's not much, but here. Oh. Nagaki hands the migrant 3 sugar cubes. I picked them up in the Milky Way. They were mixed in with the stars. I've heard that diamonds and sugar cubes float through the Milky Way along with the stars. These must be some of those. Are you sure? Yeah. They're not much, but maybe they'll be enough for now. Thank you. Now I can continue my journey. I'll repay you someday somehow. The self-styled migrant jauntily flutters away. He's always just a little bit off. I bet whenever he goes to the store, the thing he's looking for is sold out. I hadn't realized there were sugar cubes floating in the Milky Way, though. If I'd known, I would have looked for them while we were on the train. Where to next? We've completed our goal again. That's the King's cue. His Royal Highness the King. I can't get over how adorable the King is with his fluffy robe. He's here. The bird who was blowing up that garden fell down a hole and disappeared, though there are a lot of holes in the garden now. Uh-oh. Is that like a feather sticking out of his head? You guys can see that, right? It's like another head, I guess. That's weird. Okay, that was weird. The King is relieved. People who disturb the peace are scary. Huh? What just happened to the King's head? That's my question. Did I imagine that? Question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark. It is time for the King's reward. Please accept the King's jewel. Ah, it's so pretty and blue. What's it called? Lapis lazuli. Lapis lazuli? Am I saying that right? I don't really know gemstones. He really does know everything. The King said, "Please listen to the King's next request." Fire away, Highness. Don't you think you should word yourself more carefully, Miss Hake? Since you're getting to play the heroine for once. I'm the main character, I'm always the heroine. Should I? The King is very troubled. It looks like it might rain, so the King is in a terrible position. Rain? Have you considered an umbrella, sir? It has never rained here since the kingdom was created, but there are dark clouds gathering at the summit of Mount Pudding. Oh? Mount Pudding? I wonder who we're gonna meet next. Cough, cough. Mount Pudding. I know who we'll meet there already. Mount Pudding is a tall, tall mountain. The clouds at its peak might slip off and slide down and come to the King's palace. And will it be a problem if the palace gets wet? It looks sturdy enough. It would probably be just fine in a storm. Never mind a little rain. The King is troubled. If the King's palace gets wet... Okay, he's acting creepy again, like... I'm not a fan of the dark blue face. He's like sprouting heads and getting more eyes, and it's weird. The King will cry. He had another head again just now, didn't he? But he looks normal now, I think. It must have been my imagination. Why would you start crying just because it's raining? The heroine in a J-pop song or a shoujo manga might do something like that. Maybe the King is a delicate maiden at heart. Aww. Don't worry, Your Highness. I will protect your fragile heart from the cruel weather. These lines. To Mount Pudding. After a long and perilous journey over the valley and mountain, hills and dale, through dungeons deep and caverns old, Nagaki and I arrived at Mount Pudding. Oh, that looks really tasty. It's even more pudding than its name had led me to imagine. Looking at it... Oh, I really can't think of any name other than Mount Pudding. Coo! Calm down, son. Going berserk now won't fix anything. I swear, Ryota is like the national icon for fan service in this fandom. He's always in like lowly dresses, or he's dressed like a nun or something. And do you see his little rosary? It's got a pudding on the cross. I love it. That's cute. Oko-san. I knew we'd see him here. I thought Oko-san would be here, but I hadn't quite expected you, Ryota. Oh, hello, Bunny. So, you're here too? And Nagaki? So it would seem. I see. I guess you two were together even in this dream then. Are you jealous? We arrived on the same train. We're a dynamic duo on a quest for the king. What about you? I guess I'm a terrace of pudding. And the role comes with a new costume. This time he gets to be a nun. So that means Oko-san is a priest? Oko-san is the beloved guardian deity of Mount Pudding. He's got the wings strapped to his back even though he already has wings. That's silly. Incidentally, what does he need those things on his back for? Aren't gods supposed to be calm and composed? It is not the time for being calm. The rain is coming. Weather usually changes quickly in the mountains, so if we wait, it should be clear again eventually. Waiting is not an option. Oko-san's pudding will be rendered gooey. Ew. Sounds like the rain would be a problem for you too, Oko-san. The king said rain has never fallen here, so there must be something behind it. Ooh, excuse me. It might not go away even if we wait. Rain is bad. Oko-san shall blow the clouds away. You're never going to get rid of rain clouds by flapping at them, son. And if the clouds get blown down the mountain, the king will be sad. We need to think of another way. The clouds are coming from the summit. Let's climb the mountain and see what's up there, Nagaki. Alright. I wonder if the pudding gets replaced with different pudding every time it gets like stale or something, or it goes bad. Because you can't just leave the same pudding. Well, I guess you could, but it would get gross if people were walking on it. And yet again, I'm thinking too much about this world. That was more of a climb than I had expected. I never realized pudding was this hard to climb up. I suppose it is very slippery. Are you doing okay, Nagaki? You didn't get tired? Not at all. I flew. This is the true separator of birds and men. Well, we're at the top, and there's something suspicious right over there. Oh no! Look at his little feet! Oh no! Who is that? It's like in the Inugami clan. Oh, I guess this is where those spoilers we were warned about earlier comes in. Nagaki, what do we do? This isn't a fairy tale, it's a murder mystery. It's Tsukekyo. The corpse upside down in the water was a diversion by the real culprit. People get it mixed up all the time, but Inugumi Tsukekyo wasn't the man in the white mask or the corpse in the water. So, this is what the spoiler warning was for. But even with a warning, it's bad form to go telling people the answers to puzzles and mysteries. Nagaki, don't do that. Anyway, if he stays stuck in the caramel far too long, he'll suffocate. And let's help him. Right, you take one leg, I'll take the other. I love that there's like little strawberries. Aww! He's so cute! I can breathe again at last. Thank you. Wow, he's covered in caramel. He's like a walking ant trap. We've been bumping into people who were at the observation so far, so... You're Mr. Nanaki, right? No, that's not right. I'm Nemo. Nemo? Is it Nemo or Nemo? I'm going with Nemo. So your name is Nemo? Yes, that's right. I'm Nemo, and I've lost something. I've lost something and I can't find it. So I think I might cry. Aww. Everyone's crying in this kingdom. Is that why it's raining? Hey Nagaki, do you think the rain's getting a little heavier? Definitely. And more clouds are gathering. Oh, so is Mr. Nemo controlling the rain? Where should I look? I think I dropped it in the swamp. I look and I don't find it. And now I feel sad. The sky sheds tears for you, Mr. Nemo. How poetic. Well, think about where we are. There's no need to think realistically. So, to get rid of the clouds, maybe we need to solve Nemo's problem? What are you looking for, Mr. Nemo? We'll help you find it. You will? Really? That's so nice of you. I've lost my name. Your name. Hence Nemo. How did you lose your own name? I just told you, Miss Hake. Logical thought will get us nowhere. And what does your name look like? I wonder what it does look like. Now I'll ask the questions here, bub. I don't know, I can't see anything. Because your eyes are full of caramel? No, that's not it. Because I don't have eyes. I ate them, you see. What? Well, this got dark fast. But then again, in the world of Hatoful, you know, things do tend to get dark really fast. What? If a bird eats its own beak, it will die, but if it eats its eyes, then it'll be fine. Nagaki. Every time Sukekyo here opens his mouth, he does terrible, terrible things to our fairy tale atmosphere. Everything he says is way too surreal. Well, it's a dream, so not really. The macabre is a long-standing tradition in fairy tale themes, after all. Indeed it is. Anyway, I think I heard my name falling into the mud here. But we can't see anything through this caramel sauce. Do I just so happen to be carrying any convenient tools perfectly suited for the job? Nagaki, I have a pond fishing set with me. Do you keep one of those on your person? Oh, you keep one of those on your person. Doesn't your tummy ever get the rumblies that only raw pond smelt can cure? Is that a llamas with hats reference? My stomach was making the rumblies that only hands could cure. That's how it went, right? No. No one ever understands me. Wah. Anyway, maybe we can catch Mr. Nemo's name with this. I hope you guys enjoyed that part, and next time we're gonna see if we can help Mr. Nemo find his name, and we'll go on some other quests. Thanks for watching. See you guys later.